Ladies and gentlemen, the long-awaited, highly anticipated return of the guy who is now officially in the Wales Certified Hall of Affinity, Tom Hammelman. Did I get it right?
You're the only guy in the last year that got it right, just right then.
Oh,
I had no idea how many different ways there was to spell my last name.
oh,
It's all in the accents, I guess.
bum. But Tom, I mean to tell you, what a magnificent uh, lead man that you were able to get the Terry Michler teams and players celebration over there a couple weeks ago or last month or so.
Oh, it was a couple of weeks. It was the 16th. So
Okay.
we're still in the same month.
Yeah. All right then. Well, I mean to tell you, man, it was a lifetime memory. Uh, I speak for everybody I talked to and seen, and it was off the charts. It was like one of the best uh, celebrations ever.
Really? I'm so
Yes,
happy to hear that from you. Yeah,
yes.
really am.
Because you put it, it was so mellow. You
Mm.
you know, it wasn't too fancy and not too Hoosiery. You know, you just had it just right. And the food and drink, can we start that off of where you got, who did what, how'd you do it?
Yeah, the drink was I got all that myself at Total Wine, and luckily I own a 20-year-old Mercedes station wagon, which had to be kind of a beer truck for a day, hauling it all over to the school. And the food was Carrie actually got a good source in Russo Catering, and somehow or other, I don't remember if it came to Terry to call Mark Russo or if Russo knew about this and said, "Can I help?" And and he did. He was. Um, well, let's just put it this way: that school activity won't show up on his tax return because he didn't make any money doing it.
Right on.
Yeah.
Now, was Sam's Steakhouse involved in anything?
Yeah. Pat Long and Mark Russo conspired over the phone over who's doing what. And I think at the end of the day, uh, uh, Pat said, "Mark, you're more set up for the catering thing, and if you're going to make 100 sandwiches, it's just as easy to make 200. And for me, I got more of a one at a time operation. So Pat backed away and said, "You got it." And between the two of them, they agreed on what it was and all that. So, um, I mean, but Pat was in there. He was calling me, "Come on, call me back. I want to help." So they're both great guys and
Yes. Yeah.
great to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so uh, those particular Russo's catering, is it
Yes.
La Russo's? Is that how you do it?
No, it's Russo.
Okay. Russo's catering and Sam's Steakhouse are well
Right.
certified, well
There you
certified
go.
Hall of Fame. I
Very
mean,
good.
if you're not there, if you're eating and you're not in one of those locations, you might be in the wrong place.
There you go. Right on. Right
Yeah,
on.
yeah, baby. And
Yeah.
under full disclosure, we have a remote location for Tom that's next to a lake with the sunshine and the birds and the blah, 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 blah. So,
Yes.
all right. Okay, so we have that. Now, I want to personally stand up and applaud you. First of all, you know, doing everything, but of the day, the moment of the preparation. You know, if you fail to prepare to fail.
Uh-huh. Right.
And
Yes.
yeah, okay. And there you are, you're there, and you got the code. If it wasn't for you, Tom, I don't know if we would have got the projection in your
Oh, yeah.
in your folder. You got the code to get the projection on.
That was too funny. So um, I had never done kind of a single-handed party for 215, I think was the actual count we came to. And so the day of the party is if you do that, you just forget about being social. You got to keep the thing moving, and people run out of this, and where's this, and where's that. And so we were doing that, and you and a couple guys were huddled around this little box in the wall. You'd think maybe the AV would be a little bit more, you know, sizable, and everybody's irritated and wondering where the code is, and we'll never get this thing working. And good God, it's 4 hours to the, you know, everybody starts showing up, and I keep hearing code, code, code. And I had been there earlier in the morning when the AV people from CBC finally showed up, and I forgot that they gave me the code. So I said, "Oh, I have the code," and they all look at me like I'm going to kill you. We've been going around trying to find that damn code the whole morning or the whole afternoon. Here it is. I'm walking around with it.
But there was several. I think Randy something. Starber, Saber, something. Well, anyway, this cat, he got everything together because the whole ideal behind the presentation of the PowerPoint, if you don't know how to work it, it ain't getting done. And
Oh yeah,
and it was right up to 11:59, and you come
yep,
out with the code. And
right,
yeah,
right,
it was
yeah,
wonderful, man. And
right.
that's it brought to me that it was meant to be because uh, whoever tried to sabotage this evening and whoever whatever, it was for naught because somehow
Yes,
somehow you know the key to brilliance happened. And so there it was. And it it gives me the life lesson of saying, hey, if you're going to do something with audio visual, you better have a rehearsal and know what the hell you're doing.
and how to work it. Oh yes, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to be uh, the chief commander of the AV unit for nothing.
Yeah.
That is,
Well,
it's like hand grenades with the pin pulled.
so anyway, it worked out, and just uh, everybody I talked to said, "Hey, who got that together for Terry?" I said, "Terry did." And what? That was like an unbelievable presentation. You know, I mean, it was Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, Terry. You know the great mistake, we will call it that, happened on March 7th. And I know, let's see, I approached Terry like around March 15th and said, well, we have to have a get together. We just have to. There's, you know, we can't let great accomplishments just fade off into the night. We have to recognize them. And so somewhere around late March, Terry began working on that presentation. So I mean, that was a huge effort, a huge effort
Yeah.
on his part. On his part, yeah,
Oh, absolutely. Uh,
yeah.
yeah. And the deal comes out is that Wales certified approached
Mm-hmm.
Terry. We're going to have like a 3-part series on that presentation. Uh,
Oh, fabulous.
yeah, yeah, because I mean the booklet. Uh, that's a stunning booklet that Steve Gallagher. Uh, I
Yes.
forget what his company's name is, but he
Mm-hmm.
did the printing on that, and
Mm-hmm.
and that. I mean that program. That's a keepsake, man.
I have it on my kitchen table still, and I go through it page by page.
Yeah, yeah,
And of all, it kind of draws, in my case, 64 draws me back to not only the stats, but the whole thing about soccer and how it was, and how it's become. Oh my God! Just last night, I was wanting to tune into some, professional soccer, and I think I had something like 12 selections I could have made. You know,
yeah,
for professional soccer, it's just like
yeah,
so big now.
yeah,
And there's the pathway in Terry's booklet. It's the pathway from then till now.
yeah. And so that was really, really something. And I I gotta applaud you when Terry went into the hallway and introduced himself or met everybody there at that location. So in order to get in, you had to go by Terry, and he greeted you, and
Yes.
yeah. And then the what do we call the Jefferson Bowl was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Jefferson Bowl was really something, and and uh, the whole story came out is that we have this and that, and then that that kind of put everybody at ease because they're not asking where's Terry or where's he.
Oh yeah.
He was right there, and they had a real cordial, uh, you know, hug and salute and all, and funny pants.
Mm-hmm.
It was really something because I know some of those people that were there,
Oh
and,
yeah.
and if they're not nervous, they're not awake.
Yeah.
And they were at ease, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And under full disclosure, I went back up to that to the table for to get a water, and they
Mm-hmm.
look, here, take the bottle, get going.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but,
somebody kind of gave me a side eye to say, hey, you may want to pay for 2 tickets, the amount of food you're eating.
well, the masterminds at work there. About we said we got to have a funnel to get into the larger group. So that would give Terry a chance to greet everybody and to reconnect, and that gave them a chance to pick out a beverage, and then also to deposit their federally authorized ticket to the party.
Yeah, yeah, I like that style. So that happens, and everything's cool, and anybody, everybody knows everything's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get the microphone in your hand, and you come out with what was a great opening line. But because of the rehearsal, everybody was jaw dropped. What did that
Mm-hmm.
guy say? Because it was so funny. It was shocking, you know.
No, no, wait, I forgot. What did I say? I mean that.
Uh, everybody does that. Oh my God, that was
Uh,
unbelievable. But
yeah.
when you captured the moment, and hats off to you from a retired stagehand after 40 plus years.
Hmm.
As an The only two jobs I ever had was an usher and a
Hmm.
stagehand. Yeah,
Hmm.
at the
Oh, well,
muni.
yeah. We played. We thought two tunes would be great to play. One was "Get My Picture on the Cover of the Rolling Stone,"
Yep.
and of course that's about recognition, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which fit Terry's thing. And then the other was "Put Me in, Coach. I'm ready to play."
Yeah, you
And
are.
everybody in that whole place has had that thought sitting on a bench in their soccer career, if you will.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And
Yeah.
and and I remember that particular moment because I had the microphone and we turned the thing all the way up, and everybody was so engaged in uh, renewing. How you been? You know, we had the people from Kansas City, from Bishop Hogan,
Yeah.
and I couldn't break through even with the microphone. The roar of, I remember the roar of conversations was just huge, and I actually said, Tom, just stop, let it happen. You know, don't interrupt it. Everybody's having a
Yeah.
really
Good.
uh, great time. Yeah.
Well, how it came like maybe a whistle or some type of uh, it was Junior ROTC Cadet Corps that got that together. That something was. We realized, hey, showbiz, let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody, a cadet stood up and I don't know, that one, somebody that could really whistle, and realizing my dilemma, they stood up and whistled, and then finally we could get going.
Yeah, man. And that goes to where your assistants. Now, I know the guy from Face, but I don't know his name.
Mhm.
Were those assistants that you had, can you recognize them for us, please?
Oh yeah, and they really were, as it turned out, indispensable. Dick Foster from Quincy, Illinois. He played for 3 years, and then he couldn't play a senior year because he had to go to work to pay for the school. And that was the story of those days, you know.
Yeah.
And then Mike Conan, my friend from grade school, and they were all over all the problems, whatever you needed. You know, they were just terrific. I'm fearful that there was a number of people that helped out, but Dick and Mike were, I mean, there until I don't know, we left at midnight or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. No, not a bead of sweat on them, and
Hmm.
they never broke a smile. I mean, they were really something, you know?
Hmm. Yes,
Yeah. And it was,
meaning they always were smiling, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah,
It,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
They had a great time.
yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, and those guys, I don't know Dick, but I've heard uh, nothing but great, stories. But the other guy, every time you see him, he's got that smile, baby, you know?
Yeah,
Y-
yeah, ear
y-
to ear smile. Yep,
Yeah, yeah,
that's Mike. Yeah,
yeah, Mike, yeah, man. So,
you know that's Colonel Mike Conan, U.S. Air Force F4s.
how about that?
You never know who
Oh,
you're talking to. You know.
yes, that's right, man.
Mhm.
That's
The thing,
right.
so here's a joke on him.
All right,
Uh,
then.
he at the later part of his career, he was involved in delivering F4s to Egypt. So that meant they had to cross the Atlantic in an F4, in a flight of like four of them, I believe, and they had to get refueled 12 times.
Wow.
So that meant that somewhere out there in the airspace over the Atlantic, they had to find a tanker. And of course, it would be a big problem if you couldn't find one. So, so we kid, and he was, you know, being a colonel, he was the head of the flight, and we kid him to no end through all the years about that's just a miracle to meet somebody in the middle of the Atlantic, and I'll have a flying gas station that you pull into when you got, you know, out there. If it doesn't work, well, there goes what, $100 million aircraft, and you better know how to swim.
Wow. And that
Yeah. So
happened,
anyway,
and that goes on every day, every week, every month.
yeah.
Wow.
And
Hats off to those guys.
Yeah, and
So,
Dick Foster has been immersed in soccer his whole life. He's a coach for a soccer team now up in Quincy.
is that right?
Oh yeah, yeah. He's just just a terrific person. Um, in fact, when we had about a third more food than we needed, so at the end of the day, uh, I said to Dick, I got this food, and I know that he is really active in the food pantry up in Quincy. So I said, why don't you take the food up there, all the sandwiches for the food
Hey,
pantry, which
hey.
he did that night. It was delivered to the food pantry at midnight. No, about 1 o'clock in the morning when he finally got back to Quincy,
And
and
I,
it was. And he said it was just a terrific hit with all the people that come to the food pantry. They have all that food. So
oh, it was definitely Whale Certified Hall of Fame.
did not
Eater.
go to waste.
Oh man, it was delicious.
Hmm.
Every bite was delicious. And the presentation, when you looked at it, you said, "Hey, that's going to be good," and it did not disappoint, and it really put it on. And that was like the evening that you knew it was going to be good, but you did, you were waiting around to see how good it was going to be, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so, under full disclosure, you heard the mistake, and you went into action. Uh, you're kind of like a do it, you know, is that something comes, you do it. And what can you give lessons learned for people that want to give a celebrate, that want to be that type of do it? What, how would you help them from your experience that happened that you did that you learned from?
Well, um, maybe I would answer it this way. So, uh, most people in in their uh, in their lives uh, have uh, arrangements, let's say, about how things are decided and how things get done, especially if you're in the corporate world. It's like pretty much stay in your lane. And there's all kinds of stories about suppression of innovation uh, because everybody's supposed to stay in their lane. So the point is, every now and then you have to fight that because you can do a lot more than you think you can do if you just engage your will to get it done. So I have had the good fortune to be in startups and turnarounds, and I wasn't in a standard military unit, and of course CBC was a real adventure. I went from being a little kid at Seven Holy Founders to roaming the streets of St. Louis trying to get home uh, overnight. So I would just say that if you see something you think is right, don't think about the end of it. Think about what's the next thing to do to get started on it, and build success one piece at a time. But keep going. Don't be afraid of this. This doesn't fit. Nobody wrote this rule book. So what? Just get underway. Amazing what you can do. And I've seen it, especially in my business career. If you empower, I mean, I'm sorry this sounds so cliche, but it's true. If you empower people to take care of things, they will.
Way to go. Way to go, baby. Way to go. That's why you're in the Hall of Affinity.
Mhm.
The Whale Certified Hall of Affinity, baby.
Well, you didn't ask me what went wrong.
Oh, okay.
Were you going to ask me that?
Uh, well, have at it.
Actually, maybe going back to what I just said, uh, things didn't go. All things didn't go exactly like we thought they might go, but overall, it all went really well, except at the end. At the end, it was about 11 o'clock at night. We were cleaning up, because that was our deal with the maintenance people. And I was talking to Mike and Dick, and we kept hearing we're talking and we're saying, "What in the hell is that noise?" Here it turns out it's Kevin Whalen locked outside the door. So we walk a half a mile over there, open the door, and came back. We started talking again, and sure enough,
I mean to tell you, it was like I can't believe it. If this is critical stuff. Like if I really needed something, I wouldn't be able to get in. You there, Tom? Tom.
there you go. How about now?
Okay, yeah, right
There
about
we go.
now, yeah.
I'm
Oh,
sorry. I'm sorry.
but that's how I felt when
Yeah,
I was knocking on the door, and
yeah,
they got, real thick glass, and you just, I was thinking, my God, eventually, after in the midnight hour, they would have to come out this way, but I was hoping to get in, prior.
yeah,
Oh my God, man! But that was,
yes.
yeah, comical, man, comical.
Well, yeah, we were like way on the other side of the dining hall, and
Well,
we were trying to talk, and like at once, all three of us said, "What in the hell is that noise?"
I I could see you guys
Yeah,
visibly, you know.
yeah.
So that's the whole shooting shebanga. And far as the mistake, do you just leave it at that, or do you have some uh, lasting comments on the mistake?
Well, yeah, I don't, I've talked to people at the school, and they see it. They see it. Not all of them. A lot of them run from it, but uh, important people do see it. I should leave a name out there. Um, the thing is, sometimes you're confronted with a really important decision, and inside of a busy day, and got to get things done. You're thinking always today's world. You're always thinking about the next thing that you should be at 5 minutes ago, and sometimes you got to develop some kind of system in your head where a light goes off and said, "No, wait, wait. This is too big to do this fast. Everybody stop, reconsider. We'll get back together tomorrow and think about this." Because I'm quite sure the decision that was made back in March, they would not make it today. But it took something like the insurrection, if you will, to bring it out that it was wrong.
Beautifully said, and that all that needs to be said about it.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
lessons learned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's an invaluable lesson for all of us. The suppression. Help me out with that. Suppression of what? With the business.
Um, well, sometimes the most think about it as the nuclear button, right? Uh, Before you press on an oddball decision, something that isn't a regular thing that flows through the business that comes up all the time, when it's unique, and especially if it relates to a person of achievement and of consequence. you need to stop and think like, are we really going the right way? Do we really have to decide it right now?
Yeah.
Because if we get it wrong, it usually, oddly enough, usually it doesn't affect money. It affects reputation and stature and standing. And if those get damaged, they're very hard to get back to where you were.
Well, there you go.
Mhm.
That was magnificently said. Okay, so uh, we have it where the I'm going to send you the three-part series with Terry Michler to go through that book and to
Oh yeah.
yeah and to go to get we're taking the shovel out, you know,
Okay.
and so you'll be amazed at the lessons learned of all that. It's going to be a really a journey to extraordinary. And
I'm. Can I interrupt just for a
please,
second there?
please,
Okay. So through this, I got to really know Terry, both as a person and as a professional, as a coach, and I'm just gobsmacked by what he knows and how he views soccer. Because I was used to uh, oh coaches whose main job was to find the players and get them on the field on Saturday at 2 o'clock, and you all know what you're supposed to do, so go ahead and do it. And Terry is so. I mean, I can't even describe how far above that is in terms of his thinking about the game as a chess match and how you coach the players, and it's just really been an eye opener for me.
well said.
You know, I
Yeah.
was like most players, give me the ball, I'll take care of the rest. And
Wow.
Terry's got a much bigger picture of it all.
Well, a buddy of mine told me Wales. It was like the night at the Emmys or something that I had the podcast going there, and
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, and they everybody really enjoyed it who listened to it. And,
Hmm.
yeah, and
Oh.
yeah, and it's some people have the time to listen to it from front to start, but you from start to finish, but then you know you go on after that. But it was a thrilling episode for Whale Certified. I was really happy to be able
Yeah.
to be there and do it. And
Yeah. To capture it. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and we're going to carry it on. To get for people who missed it and people who were there saying, "Man, this is possibly could be complicated." And he's going to simplify it for us all. But the way of you making it happen, uh, I just can't express enough of how grateful uh, family and friends of Terry and Terry himself of saying, out of the clear blue, here comes Tom. And yeah, baby.
Everybody run.
Oh, yeah.
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 No, it, it was absolute. For Terry, I think it turned out. I probably it's always hazardous to speak for somebody, but I think that was a a appropriate recognition of 52 years of accomplishment and contribution that just it had to happen. It could not happen,
Right.
and I think it fit the bill on his end, and I'm very happy about that.
Right on. Right on. And so it goes to Wales Certified. This is like a real special edition, a special episode having you on. But
Mhm.
there's some traditions we have to uphold, and it's this one. Tom, whatever you want to say to who you ever want to say it to for as long as
Mm-hmm.
you want to say it for.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I plan to be around. I realized that I was missing soccer in my life, and so I'm going to stay close to Terry. So I might ask for 2 minutes here and there along the way.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Well, I tell you, you become a subscriber, like, share, and subscriber to Whale Certified, baby. And you,
Good with me. Good with me.
all right. And possibly, I don't know if I could. Uh, are you a large or an extra large?
I'm a medium.
The guy literally fits into his still. You're past your 60s, and you still fit in. You still fit in. You're
I
high
had it
school.
at home. I had it at home to bring it, and in all the hustle bustle, I ran off without it.
There
I
you
really wanted
go.
to do the
Yeah,
opening with it on. Yeah.
yeah. But uh, just hearing you over the phone prior to it, and then meeting it voice and mannerisms and everything, you're the same, man. You magnificence, just
Oh,
pure magnificence, Tom.
thank you. That's overly kind.
All right then. Well,
Okay,
we'll edit that before I start knocking on the door.
that's right. Before you start opening up all the recordings of the confessional, Father Albers at CBC.
Okay, Tom.
All right.
Cheerio, man. Have a good.
Cheerio.
All right.
Yes. Stay away from locked doors, Kevin.
I will. I promise. Bye bye.